Hi everyone, Nathan Stein at Pegasus Robotics. In this segment we're going to talk about how to do proper spray testing, and we're going to show several different vehicles out here on the farm on how to test.
And I'm Danny Helland, and today we're out here on my family farm, Helland Egg, and I'm going to be showing you some of the equipment that we'll be using today. Alright, so we have our blue dye here, and we are using a 0.3% concentration. And then our whole setup's actually pretty inexpensive. We are using this receipt paper with these rubber bands that are going to attach to our swath boards that you can pretty much make from tools that you can find at a hardware store. And then for analysis, we actually have this swath gobbler that we're going to be using, and we're going to show you more about this tool in some later videos when we show you our results. And then we have this anemometer for wind speed that we can use today. And then we of course have our 3 drone controllers, and then once we get everything set up, we'll start showing you the process.
So we're going to set these up out here. We're going to get in an area where it's nice and straight run so we can get full speed. And we don't have to worry about hitting anything. I think we want to go probably right here even, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to set this where we can get a nice straight run and we're not going to crash into the center pivot, right? Because we're going full speed into this.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to avoid.
Yeah, we're going to miss that. But we want to also get out here where the air is actually blowing nice and consistent, and we don't have disruptions around buildings and other things like that. So we're gonna keep it out here. So when we're setting up, we're gonna set these boards end to end so that we can lay the receipt paper out. Obviously, receipt paper is very, very flimsy and it blows around in the wind. So that's why we have the rubber bands that we're gonna use. And so we'll string this receipt paper out over the top of this, and then we're going to secure it with the rubber bands while we do this. Again, super cheap way to do this. A great way to visualize your swath.
So we just finished setting it all up, and this took us probably about 5 minutes or less. And now it's time to measure our wind before we actually do any testing. So why is the wind so important for something like this?
So the wind's really important. We want to measure it right at the site because we obviously want to have that data point to understand, if we have a crosswind of, 4, 5 miles per hour or up to 10 miles per hour, which it gets pretty messy, we want to be able to measure it right here at the site.
And so I used our anemometer to measure the wind, and it was giving me about a 5.6 to 6.5 miles per hour.
Now we're going to go ahead and move on and get our drones and set up our flight plans. Liters per acre. Can you get liters per acre?
I can.
Or is it liters per hectare? That's the worst part. So we just finished the P100 Pro run here, and you can see the results for yourself. It's very easy to see. The receipt paper and the dye, it shows up very simple on the paper. And this is a very inexpensive way to visualize your spray pattern. Oftentimes we see the drone flying and we kind of say, oh, that looks pretty good, but nothing beats seeing it on paper exactly as it is. You can see your heavy spots where there's larger globs, or you might be able to see where there's fine drift particles on the end, and then you can measure easily the distance between here and there. And this is a very low-tech way to measure your swath width. So looking further into this, we can take this piece of paper off, we can write some notes on it about our swath parameters and everything that we did, and then we can use this later for analysis with the swath gobbler. But right here you can see the results as they stand. And as you can see, we've got some spots here where there's a lot of heavier in the center part of the aircraft, and then you'll see the swath actually trail off on this outside edge. And as you can see, this is really simple for us to do here. You can do this anywhere out of the back of a truck, on any side of the road, or anywhere at the edge of the field.
So we're just going to switch out this paper and then start with the T40. So we just did the A-Grass T40, and what we're seeing with this spray swath is that we're having these larger spray droplets right under the aircraft itself, and then some smaller ones on the ends. And we do see a nice clear like start and stop with how large our spray swath is. And we can also tell with this one that the wind's affecting it also because it's getting pushed further north here. So just make sure that you check out our next video where we're gonna actually analyze this and go over what we noticed. And we're also going to run some more tests here tonight with some different parameters on both of the drones as well. So again, thanks for watching, and I'm Danny Helen.
I'm Nathan Stein.
And make sure to like and subscribe.